Hello, beautiful souls. Today I'm reporting love from the Dead Sea, a very mystical sea. And I wanted to talk about a topic as the sun sets on this beautiful day that I've wanted to talk to you about for a while now. And it's really been something I'm thinking about so deeply and that really affects us as women and as humans, which is why when we know something is bad for us, we still do it. And when we know something is good for us, we still don't do it. There must be something perplexing there because we know the truth and yet we act almost to harm ourselves. So I was thinking, why is that? And so I was diving deep into this because one of the things we teach in the feminine path is the importance of pleasure and bliss and enjoying life, like last week's video in which I told you, I invited you to ask the question of how can I enjoy life more? And this is a really important aspect of being in your feminine, to be able to receive pleasure and bliss and joy. And yet if we're only in that, or an overdose of that, or an imbalance of only doing what makes us happy, we will sense a deep sense of imbalance in the world. And for me, for example, when you put something really tempting in front of me, like ice cream or just something I really enjoy, it's really hard for me to resist that temptation. So in truth, it's one of these deep, biblical, ancient things that humans have struggled with, which is temptation. And what came to the forefront of my mind and my thoughts was that one of the reasons that we have not been able to say yes to the things that are good for us and no to the things that are bad for us is because we haven't been enforcing and empowering and strengthening one of our most important centers, which is our will center. It's our third chakra, and in many tantric traditions, they teach that this is actually a masculine polarity, meaning, yes, women have it more in the negative and men have it more in the positive. However, again, everything is about balance of the forces. So if we're a woman and our third chakra is completely destroyed, like just non-existent, then something is going to be missing, right? So if you're a woman and you're always just defeated, not enforcing what you believe to be true, what you want, where you desire to go, where you desire to move, then something is going to be missing in your life. So the reason I share this is because the will is something that you practice. It's like a muscle and you have to work her. And that means when you know something is good for you, you do more of it, even though maybe in that moment you'd rather just enjoy the bliss of the beauty. And of course there is a time for that as well. But beginning to strengthen this will is something so important even in the feminine path because it goes back to balance. The other explanation I found is that often there's this interplay between the conscious and the unconscious. So you know that thing to be good for you in your conscious mind. Unconsciously, there's many puzzles being formed. And 99% of our actions and our lives are built on this deeper layer that is the unconscious. So if we know something to be true with our mind, it doesn't mean we're going to act that way because there are so many layers to our being that are not in harmony with that truth, that are not aligning. And so it becomes this deeper and deeper process of aligning with the things we choose. And that's why strengthening the will is also about tapping deeply into those unconscious levels. And this is something I've struggled with, for example, when it comes to weight and knowing something is bad for me, and yet in that moment where it's in front of me, I just have the freaking ice cream. And of course it's okay because we are here to enjoy. And sometimes we're too harsh on ourselves, or let me say, sometimes I am too harsh on myself. But sometimes what I need to cultivate is this will. It's this sense of self-discipline. And that's something I feel in this feminine path that sometimes we just keep saying, oh, enjoy, follow your bliss. And maybe I do that a lot too. So I'm trying to rebalance myself here by calling forth the spirit of self-discipline where it's needed. By calling forth the spirit of a will from deep within that is strengthened by every choice I make, so that that choice reflects my highest self, my highest values. And for me, for example, wellness, embodiment, just feeling super alive, radical aliveness is one of my highest values. And therefore, when I say no to the ice cream, it's not because I don't want to enjoy. It's because there's a higher value, a more sustainable value, something that I need to strengthen in order to arrive where I want to arrive in my body, which is home, to feel fully at home. And this is a process that really takes that will, so the self-discipline, as well as enjoying the body. So again, it's not about either or canceling the other things we've talked about, like pleasure and enjoyment, and saying yes to the things that bring us joy, but rather balancing them, that they're always in conversation. And that's why nobody can tell you what you really need to do, because eventually you and only you can find that perfect balance from within. It's like this moment right now where the sun is there and the moon is there, and there's this conversation between them, this perfect balance. So that's all I want to share with you today. I also wanted to invite you to the Inner Circle membership, which I launched last week, and I'm so excited to have this be a space where all the women from this community can gather and discuss some of these topics on a deeper level. This month's gathering is going to have the theme of Radiant Woman and her earthly mysteries, because as we all know, we all want to be this radiant woman, and yet there are mysteries that we must tap into. What are the elements and the secrets that can ensure that we show up in life the way we were born to, as goddesses, and radiating our light? So if you're curious, you want to learn more, and you want to connect with a community of like-minded women, then click the link below, and I'll see you later this month. The first 2 months have a 50% off, so you can enjoy them and explore if this is a space you want to be in. I can almost guarantee you that you will love what you find. So come try it, why not? And I'll see you soon. I want to share with you this beautiful sunset. There you go. Live from the Dead Sea. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week.